Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot.
What's up, people? Hot Facts with Robert Reese, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. through 3 p.m. It could go a little further if it gets a little hotter. I want to give a big shout out to, I did not know that the live that we did the other day when Roy hopped on, Flex hopped on, Rev hopped on, Bobby hopped on, I did not know that that was going to be the best live that I have had, and I want to give every single one of those people their love, give them their roses, because without those people, that could not have been that right there. And man, let me tell you, people, let me give you some little numbers on this, and I'm excited about this because my lives used to start at like 30 people total after it was live and they used to watch. So now my lives are all the way up there, and as far as where I am concerned with where it was, they are just growing so great. And I just want to make sure that I let everyone know that I am truly happy, because my lives are 433, 226, 257, 301, 215. And from that, they were all at over the 175 mark, and they've been growing ever since. And they have been growing so well that I just got to just let the people know that I thank you for watching. I thank you for all the comments. I have been able to learn who's trolling and who too. I took advice from what Flex says, is go ahead and wham and just hide them. And I took some days off so I can really look. Roy came in and talked some real good stuff, and he talked some stuff that really hit home, and it hit home so much that I was like, Bobby, me and you in the same boat, but I said in nicer words what my wife told me. And after all of that, you know, it's crazy how it works. I put up a few videos today. The question for this thing is about this, because I just delivered an order, picked up, and it was like the third kitchen from the same place. So a coworker or an employee there did not know what was going on. So what I did was I pulled over the manager, who was the general manager on duty, and I asked them, and then they said that, hey, I said, no, it's not this place, because they tried to say one. She thought that I was the customer. I said, no, I pick up, and it's normally a chicken place. And she said the Dila or whatever else it is, the Dilla. Then they have the thrilled cheese. They're IHOP, and there's one more, and I forgot the name of that place. There's 4 places that are actually going to that same IHOP. And my question was, are people who are doing deliveries when they are dealing with ghost kitchens losing money because it may say a different company's name, but it's the same place? And are they turning down these orders when what it seems like it's the same customer who doesn't even know that they ordered? So what I did was I talked to a customer and I told him, I said, hey, you know that you just ordered from IHOP. He had no idea. I explained to him what ghost kitchens are. And I just put up a video. TFT told me I put up the same one. They're slightly different. One was the same one had this in, and I didn't know when to go ahead and delete the other one. So I still have to go ahead and do that. But I will tell you this here, that my tip that I got from the customer that told me, and I told him that, do you know that you are ordering from IHOP? He said, huh? So I'm going to look at this order right now. Okay. I got a $20 tip. $20 tip. Now, the original order with his tip included was $8.13. Okay. My total payout for 2.6 miles was $24.13. Now, we got people chasing unicorns. And all I'm saying is, how come every single day I can show you multiple orders that just equate to this right here? Here's another one right here. Okay, $9, 1.5 miles. How come I am able to pull these numbers up? And we talk about this. One of the main things is that we all know that the other states, the other counties, and wherever they are, where the drivers don't go ahead and put their mouth forward, they don't actually click the box to make sure things are going on. They are talking about, and what we are talking about, are the drivers going to be employees? Well, typically right now we are in the best employees with the best schedule because you can pick your own work shift. We get that. Yes, we get that. Kevin Hawthorne, all the way from Lakeland, Florida. Dashing Trader is up there, people. Are you an employee already? Chances are, if you turn down so many orders, you are an employee. Chances are that if you figured out that when I accept my orders and I have gotten these things, I'm going to the same houses, I'm making more money, and they are giving me more money, which is why yesterday, and I like, man, the live yesterday spoke about something that was very, very beneficial. Up in Santa Clara, they are starting a pool so that neighbors can sign in and give a monthly total, and drivers can, and they break it down who are actually the real third parties, and they have a pool to give those drivers money. So we spoke about that yesterday, which makes the employee thing go into a little bit more. Okay. If you are an employee, but let's say because they are doing this in California, you have a neighborhood to where the neighbors are putting in more money so that you can still add extra on top of what you have for everything else that we have going on here. We can't specify, but every state and everyone that talks bad about everyone that's in California, New York, Massachusetts, up there in Washington, in the state up there, you are up there in Seattle, these people have the opportunity to get paid for what you guys are saying you don't get paid for. And because these drivers are in other markets, they get hated on. But in all actuality, here is what they are trying to do before they turn this on. And I'm going to give a big shout out right now, and I'm not supposed to, but I will. When I was on Rideshare Rodeo, we spoke about AB 85. All the people on the panel had no idea what I was talking about, so they had to listen. They did not ask the right questions, so they did not get into deep with that, but they still had to be quiet. Steve knew about AB 85 and all of the other stuff. I told him that we do not need unions here because I know what it can do. which is why I said that I am utilizing what my state is doing, because I've been doing it before everyone, to know what to do and make before all this stuff happens. Here's what's going to happen. There's so many states that when it goes up to the president and to the cabinets and they have to go ahead and approve certain things, if most Americans are talking about these things, they're going to try to make it so that let's fix every American. Let's try to make them employees. Let's try to make them employees. Everyone that works is an employee, right? Yes, we are. We are employees because we work. When you get the 1099, you think you are your own boss. But at the same time, when you multi-app, you're using so many hours and your own self brain and mental health. You go crazy. They put programs in. They put in like 5-6 programs on DoorDash to make drivers stay there to see that you can make more. If you are a driver that you have your ratings up on every app, you know how you can multi-app. You know how to cherry pick. You know how to do all of these things. You know how to. But we have a lot of people out there that really don't know how to. And now we have restaurants that open up ghost kitchens. They open up ghost kitchens because that individual restaurant is not getting the foot traffic and the ordering and the delivering that it should. So what Revolution said was, hey, they split their menus in 3s. So today I put up a video that can show you guys that's exactly what they do. And I spoke to the actual general manager and we broke that down. So that lets you know that it's all the way factual. No other content creators do reviews and do research and put it out there for the news. So now the biggest question is this. Let's say you're a driver. Let's say you got to pick up an order at Denny's, but you know that Denny has Wild Bow and the Burger Den and the other one. Let's say you know that on the Wild Bow or Burger Den, you make more money on the other app. But that same order came in on the original app that you were doing your thing for. Does that diminish what the order was going to be from the exact same person is the question. Or is that person still going to give you what they're going to give you because that is what it is? My thing was, let me tell the customer that you ordered from this place that you did not want to order from. He gave me a big old fat tip. Big old fat tip. Now, if you, as a business owner and a merchant, if you let the customer know this, and you know that you pick up from the other places that are the same place, the same vicinity that they're ordering from, just a different name, are you not going to let them know that? I'm going to let them know that because guess what? That means I let them know that, hey, I know you're ordering there, but they're going to give me something extra just because I told them the real. And that guy just gave me all the extra. And check this out. When he was looking for me, because I said, hey, I'm literally right here in front. I got out the car. I looked around at the mall by the pumpkin patch. I said, is that you? And he pointed at me, and I did this, and he did this too. And then bam, then I said, stay over there. I'm going to drive this to where you are. He gave me 2 thumbs up. I drove right on over. It was not even like 300 feet. I drove right on over. I said, hey. He said, what's up, man? I said, you don't even got to walk. I'm going to go ahead and do what the other drivers don't. He said, no other drivers do this. I said, well, let me tell you this. Do you know that you ordered from IHOP? He said, huh? I said, do you know that you just ordered this from IHOP? He said, no, it says, I said, it's a ghost kitchen. I said, you ordered from the exact same place. He said, "Oh," I said, "Yeah." I said, "The reason is because they're not selling most of what they are trying to promote on the other side, so they put it up as a ghost kitchen, and then they split the menu in thirds or whatever they do. If they're just a half, they do it in the numbers just like that." He said, "I never knew that." I said, "Now, when you go on your app," I said, "Now," I went on my phone too. I said, "Look, let me show you here." I said, "This is the exact same place as this place." We went through like 12 orders or 12 places, and there was only 3 restaurants. So he said, "Oh, is that why I get you?" Man, it's the same dude. So he put it all together. Now, is that going to make him stop ordering? No. But what it does is that I just let him know that I'm going to be the same driver on every place that you order from, and it's going to be me because it's the same place. Now, here's what you don't understand, people. When you go up, and TFT left me a message here, and I have to go over this. Let me push pause. My fan is blowing too hard. I'm back. Let me read you what TFT wrote me. He also let me know I uploaded the thing. You know, oh, DoorDash Revolution said Reese dropping those jewels. We're talking about that video there, people. We are talking about that video that I am talking about. Let me go ahead and do this. Let's go. Let's hit this button. All right. So TFT said, and I said, are the ghost kitchens causing drivers to lose money because some drivers won't pick up because they think the place is trash and everything? All right. So TFT says, damn straight they can. Like Denny's, for instance, has 2 or 3 other virtual brands. I just spoke about that. He says Chili's has 2 or 3. So does Applebee's and many others. Yes. He says the main problem with the ghost kitchens is the fact that they don't have any marketing, any signage for them. So if you're just if you're not paying attention, you'll not know what it is. And that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. All right. It's huge because if there's a ghost kitchen there and they only advertise that on the actual app where when you were ordering, how else is a driver supposed to know that, hey, this is the same spot, it's the same place that I pick up from? Most these drivers who watch these other drivers who put up these garbage ride-alongs and they say if it's not this or that, but they don't realize that you have roommates who live in houses. I deliver to the same house, I can go back to back and it could be one roommate and the other roommate ordering. But then they'll say, no, I won't trust this address because of this, but they deliver to another person on another app. And then they're trying to figure out, well, how come I'm not getting more money out of this house when all these roommates are here? Why are they so cheap? Well, you just neglected everything because you are thinking that the ghost kitchens are weak ones and you're not going to get paid enough, but you are literally not looking at the address and seeing that you are going to the exact same place because these dollars have fooled you. But is it the responsibility of the ghost kitchens to just market to make you not do your job, to learn about everything else that's going out there because you are a business? Is that what it is? Let me turn this down. This thing's going nuts. Let me turn this down. Let me hit this. Turn this down. Yeah, just vibrate. Just vibrate. The IHOP I went to, they didn't know how to cook the stuff from the Ghost Kitchen menu. All right, can someone, if you are a moderator, snack size Attila, I deleted one and hid one from my channel earlier. This is another one here that's a troll. Can someone who is a moderator block and hide snack size Attila from the actual what's going on now for the live? It's a troll. It's a troll. That's why I spent my time on those 4 days off seeing who was doing what. All right. And I know that it's one person using these other three. I took away two. He's switched up to do this one here, which means no life. And I don't know how you can memorize every email address you are making up for Google to make sure that you can do this. If you are doing this, brother, oh my goodness, you better not ever get kissed for the first time. You might die. If this is what you do, you might die. If you never play hopscotch for the first time and used a peso instead of a quarter, you might die. If you've never used a wet napkin in hopscotch to try to cheat because you can talk better than the kids, you are going to die. And what I mean die, I don't mean physically. And this is a message that I have to say right now. All right. I have a message right now, a huge message for the rideshare hustler. Huge message because we did a 4 hour live that's doing some great numbers, and you are talking about things that no one has ever said ever. You have people getting on here who might be trolls, but I'm just gonna say it out loud so that you know what's going on. All right. They are saying that you are threatening to call the police on me for threatening to beat you up. And I just have to make this very, very clear. The only person that I wanted to whoop that ass was Cherry Pick. Once Cherry Pick sent me these messages, these text messages, I went publicly and said that, hey, he sent these and I have not said anything about the man until I figure out what's really going on. So, what I'm saying this is here, the rideshare hustler. Whatever trolls you have trying to come and write me, I am hiding them every single time. Flex made a good point. That's what I'm doing. Roy said, if you stop them before the snowball gets bigger, that's what you do. So I am actually using what my boys said to do. And you're coming back with more. So all I'm saying is this, rideshare hustler, and whoever else is using you, or if you are telling them to do these things. I have never threatened you. The only thing I've ever said was exactly who you look like. And I told you who they tell me who I look like. So we already know that there is no diss in here. I'm telling you, they told me Robert Townsend, Deion Sanders, Roy Jones, Eldon Campbell, Magic Johnson. They told me everything. I can just keep naming them. I can keep naming them. I told you that you look like, and this is no lie, you look like DeMar DeRozan, Bam Adebayo, and the real Toronto Raptor. And I said I might look like not a pterodactyl, a triceratops. I said you, with your long head, look like you could have been pterodactyl. I can't fly, but you might have. Those are the only words I said about you. Nothing about that says I want to beat you up. I don't know you. I have told you that I don't know who you are. You came up out of nowhere and you said in your own video that you never seen me before and you just start talking stuff. So that lets everyone know there that whatever you are doing, it doesn't make sense. And that's why I keep calling you a weirdo and saying that why do you keep saying these things and making these people come? If they are trolling you, I apologize. If they are not trolling you, then that's what it is. I'm not taking nothing back. Okay? I'm not taking nothing back. But if that is what it is, I do apologize. I'm saying that. Okay? I'm saying that. But if you guys see snack size and if you guys see any, all right, check this out. Because his whole MO is this. He's going with food in movies or TV shows with the name of a snack or a TV show to go with at least one of the other names. So that's what he's doing right there. And if you are a young kid, you don't know none of the shows he's saying, which makes him still lurk and do the thing. I'm just letting you know this, man. Whatever you are doing, I'm not going anywhere in your direction. It's like I told you before, like Pedro said. Pedro texts me, will put up a thing, and I can't text because he did his thing. He said that was a poor display of manhood because everyone's watching that live that we were all on. But that was actually Pedro, which means that he's watching and it was a pure display of what he wanted to watch. So that was great. I also said that the people that engage with me have a significant role in the gig world because they see where I am the problem. No one does that with you. You were on there talking about relationships and you ain't wearing a wedding ring, so can't nobody listen to what the hell you saying. So you're just trying to get viewers, which is why I'm not going to steer down your canal. We are not going to make it so that it's a, it's a levee system to make me go on down and travel through. I'm not doing that. So what you have to do is, since you don't have StreamYard or anything to where we can join the link, I had to call your phone and you thought that I was make believe. Maybe you should upgrade your technology on your show. I'm not going your way at all. And I'm just keeping this all the way clear right now. Hopefully you get it right now. All right? Just stop it. Because whatever you are trying to prove, I have no idea what you were trying to do. So I don't even I have not even watched any of your stuff to have an arsenal to just go at you like that because I don't care about you. You just jumped on and said, I follow Pedro and he taught me this. And then that's what you did. I'm not doing any of this. All right. I'm not doing any of that. I'm talking about what the title of the show is about. Are ghost kitchens making the drivers lose more money because they are not accepting these orders? This is something that's going to help out the gig world, right? I'm also going to go about driver safety and what you need to be wary about as a pedestrian because I'm going to be showing people what the crimes are in these areas and what they are doing to people and carjacking people. I will be showing this in more of a visual today. Nothing about what I'm doing has to do about none of that other stuff. But I will also tell you this. Roy called us out and he left some blanks open there. He left some blanks open there. So before anyone throws blanks in at Roy, because Roy did say that, just like I do, you would not say any of these things to my face because you would be, and I will film that. What Roy did was did what we do because we're human. He said, leave it alone and let it go. But he still have to say his stuff because it gets to a point, people, to where it's going to happen. We're going to get people right now. I'm probably telling Roy, well, you just said you'll beat someone up and film them and all this other stuff. And whoopty whoopty whoop. And Reese shouldn't be talking and Bobby this and Bobby that. Well, I told Bobby myself that my wife told me don't show her on camera. And those were the nice words. Bobby went ahead. I said, Bobby, Roy talked to me and I got to hear from you. And Bobby spoke. That we talking about the in-betweens now. Roy spoke good words. Some of you guys are going to take those words out and try to dissect him, but he was just showing his human side. He said he'll beat someone up and film it. Yes. Yes. So rideshare hustler, this is how I know that you have trolls. None of your trolls spoke about that and went to anyone else's stuff and said those things. So rideshare hustler, you have trolls or they are using you because they figured out that you were fair game and you were just naive. So fix your platform and make sure that my look, I'm not telling you to keep my name out of your mouth. I'm just saying that when you use my name, I am the news channel. That's all I'm saying. Bobby's a real nice dude. Bobby's cool. Me and Bobby was in the doghouse. Bobby was in the doghouse so much that I knew it was something about food because I already know what that conversation is. And Bobby was like, "Oh, yep, I gotta talk about it now." And then Bobby said, "Nope, I got you on now." Yeah, people, because see, you see, got you on now, babe. I got you on camera now. You talking now. You see? But we were both in the doghouse. My wife ate my jambalaya. He ate all the fries. He tried to lie about it. I tried to hide mine. Guess what happened? The same thing, because we're married. The same thing. And this is why when you guys make these comments and put these in, us married men, we don't care about certain comments. We don't. It's only the specific ones. The specific ones when you make up weird stuff. But outside of that, they use that to hide the fact that I am talking about today are ghost kitchens making drivers lose money. Got a lot of drivers out there, a lot of people that do gigs, right? How many orders do you turn down that are ghost kitchens, but it's from the same place where you are located? Has anyone thought about that? Has anyone thought about how much money you are losing from the same place that you will be picking up from? Tommy Strong, I got my vice grip up. All right. Tommy Strong, all right now. You're trying to hold yourself to not say certain things. Tommy Strong, I don't know about you. Bye bye. I told people anyone that has the name of a TV show and a character in that TV show and you don't know about the TV show at all, you're gone. You are gone. You are gone. I'm gonna take advice from the dudes I was on a live stream from, and they said, let's go ahead and do it like that. All right. So now we have to now look at our ghost kitchens, all right, really making drivers lose more money. No content creator who goes out there and does this work, no one has even brought this up. So this is a topic because let's say the ghost kitchen is a large order program place that's part of the one of the three that they are doing. But let's say you are turning it down, but it could actually be a large order program for that ghost kitchen. So how many of these are you throwing away and you never knew? That's something I want to know. Link is up. Link is up. I got a video that Cody is gonna like. I got a video right now because this can happen to anyone. You can be going to pump gas. You're trying to find the cheapest gas station, and that cheapest gas station is literally in the hood. But you know that you get a lot of orders there. Is that a good order to take? Because if you would have put gas in at first, you wouldn't run into this problem. But check out this. We're going to look at this right now. We all say stay protected, but there are some things you cannot stay protected for because you don't know what you are the target of. Drivers and pedestrians. Take a look at this.
Right now at 11, a driver ambushed at a gas station. It's a frightening example of how the carjacking crisis continues to grow in Philadelphia. Good evening, I'm Jacqueline London. Police want to find the 4 gunmen they say pulled off this well-orchestrated attack. NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville is joining us now from the gas station in Germantown where this happened. So scary. Aaron.
Oh, you said it, Jackie. Awfully frightening, like a scene straight out of a movie. This video certainly catching the attention of anyone who sees it. Right now, we're near Rittenhouse and Wissahickon in Germantown. We talked to a whole bunch of drivers out here today. They are definitely cautious and thinking twice about filling up at night. Do you worry about being carjacked?
Yes, I do. Okay, all the time.
Startling, ridiculous, and frightening. Some of the words drivers are using after seeing this surveillance video from a gas station near Germantown. For those who didn't see it, we showed them. What do you think about what you're seeing?
That's terrible.
You see 4 gunmen hop out of a white minivan on Wissahickon Avenue Saturday night. One jumps on the roof of the car, aiming his gun at the driver running away. Rich Gaines, who says he's always on alert, tells us he often thinks about these violent crimes.
For my wife and for my daughter, absolutely. And even for my sons, to make sure they remember to lock the door, have the seatbelts on.
Investigators say the victim was not harmed as he sprinted inside the store for help. So far this year, there have been 1,047 carjackings or attempted carjackings in Philadelphia. That number is dramatically higher compared to the 522 during the same time in 2021. Kathy Dennison tells NBC 10 she was at the gas station that night about 15 minutes before the crime. Do you think twice about filling up at night now?
To be honest with you, I didn't want to come here today. Okay, but like I say, it's convenient for me. And it just takes all the convenience out of your life.
She summed it up real good right there. She also says she's constantly looking over her shoulder, looking around at her surroundings. I gave you a few numbers in that story. Here's one more. Last year, in total, in 2021, there were 861 carjackings. With 3 months still to go here in 2022, we're nearly 200 carjackings above that number. For now, we're live in Germantown. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
Now, people, let me put my non-chopper right here. You guys know non-chopper is good. Let me put the non-chopper right there. All right, non-chopper is right there. How many of the people in the gig world are, you know how busy Philadelphia is? Why are you, you know what? Non-chopper, you were going to go. I didn't think that you were going to burn like that. Let me put you over here. You can go do your thing over there by the light. How many content creators? We got people that New York, Washington, they are all on the East Coast. They are in the East Coast. How many of these people are putting up content and really not teaching you about the safety and the things that you really could be paying attention to? Like, for real. The cars are being jacked so much, it's going way up. But I would think that if I have an actual channel and I am someone that does driving, I would try to make sure that everyone driving, at least in my metro area, in these sub areas, if I have a channel and I'm promoting myself out there, I'm gonna let them know what's going on. We just don't hear it. You hear it on HotFacts though. We just don't hear it. Now, what you did hear that lady say was this: it's a convenience for her. You know why? It's the cheapest gas. I had the guy in the Bass Pro Shop, the older white dude. He did a You're Watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. The fast strip is what they would consider the hood, but this is a money maker for us drivers here. And it's the cheapest gas anywhere. It don't matter if you go on, um, let's say if you do the upside, it's cheaper than the upside. That's how cheap it's cheaper than the upside. And they drive there. That's why I go there and I film there also. So I can see what's really going on. But the lady said that the convenience of that place, which means it's the cheapest gas, and it's on the way to where she has to go to get to where she has to go. And she was there 15 minutes before. And she says, I don't like coming here, but the convenience. We got a lot of drivers that say, I'm not moving my car for this, and I'm not doing this and that. Well, chances are one of those drivers, if this was a survey right here, they answered the question. Question could have been 1 in 4. When you are choosing your gas, do you choose a certain brand? When you are choosing your gas, are you going for a certain price? When you are choosing your gas, are you going because someone told you about that place, or are you going to the place to choose gas because it's in your neighborhood? They're going to give you all 4 of those on a survey to ask you these questions. Most you people who do these jobs, when I talk about the people, you don't even think this deeply onto what's really going on. These questions is how they actually went ahead and did this study here. It all came down to 1. You answer at least 2 of those, you can continue that survey. The main question came down to 1 and then makes you answer about that one place. The lady said it didn't matter. So now check this out. For all the drivers that complain about, I need to do it for this per mile and all this other stuff, you would have stopped at that gas station to get some cheap gas. Now, if you stopped at that gas station to get some cheap gas, what would you have done? And would you have been protecting yourself? Ask yourself these things as a driver. We all know I put this up. I got my flashlight here. All right. It's a flashlight and a stun gun. I said if my wife works late and she wants to go out there by herself, I got a stun gun with a flashlight. Flashlight, stun gun. Go ahead and turn that thing off. Has a nice long case right here to slide that thing in to fit right here. Got a plug-in battery here. Got to plug it into the wall. Do this thing here. Got my wife something like this. Now that's not gonna stop those bullets. That's not gonna stop those bullets at all. But if someone is just gonna walk up behind you, if you go to an apartment complex or anything, shock them mother effers in the neck. At all. At all. I got another one for you guys. Got another one. Let's let the rest of the people in the gig world follow the hot facts in the news. Let's start putting up what you need to be putting up. All right. Now, let me go ahead and pull up another one. Okay? Because I got another one. I don't like that one. Oh. Ooh! Got one right here. Got one right here. This is the one I was watching last night. And this is in San Francisco, people. You do know that most of your apps, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all the other ones, it says that the base is in San Francisco. Okay? Let me show you what happens in San Francisco. These dudes are idiots, but we are still going to check this out. No one tried this at home.
Reporting the news is one thing, but being able to affect change, I think, is another. When we can help uplift the voices of the people who are trying to create that day in and day out, I think it means a lot to people. The status quo hasn't been working for so many people for so long. People are fed up and they don't feel like their voices are heard. I draw hope from the people trying to make a difference. The time is always now to be more inclusive, to do our part in helping build a better Bay Area.
They took the video off. Let me go back and get the video. They tried to do me with a dirty one. Let me see. Oh, they got me. They got me. Let me go ahead and put this back up. They got me. Ooh wee, they got me with a good one. Let me go ahead and put this up. They got me with a good one. That was not cool. All right. Let me get to it. This is what I think they took it down. I think they took it down.
Crazy. It's crazy.
What you're watching is surveillance video used in the police investigation showing 6 men walking along 23rd Street in San Francisco's Mission District around midnight Monday. Suddenly, a white sedan pulls up and 3 armed men get out. One is even brandishing an AR-15 style rifle. While some of the victims huddle up against a wall or put their hands up, one man in the yellow tries to fight back.
I can only imagine adrenaline just taking over him there.
One suspect even threatens to shoot, and when one victim does not back away, the bullet hole can still be seen on the home's garage Friday.
It is horrifying what's happening in San Francisco.
Those who live in the neighborhood say they had no idea the incident even happened and believe San Francisco has changed in recent years.
My kids have to leave the city because it's just been, well, they don't want to raise kids in a place that's so scary, right?
SFPD later spotted the getaway car and 3 suspects at a business just 10 minutes north along Folsom. Officers arrested 22-year-old Kamira Richmond of San Francisco. After escaping to the roof, a 21-year-old Kiari Carter and 15-year-old juvenile were arrested. These firearms were seized from the trio. Police tell me they do not encourage victims of crime to fight back.
Stupidity, courage, those things I'm not quite sure where the line is there.
And urge citizens to be aware of their surroundings at all hours of the day. All suspects are now in custody on more than a dozen charges each, including attempted murder. The juvenile also has a no-bail warrant out of Alameda County.
Now, do you guys know what a no bail? Do you guys know what a no bail warrant means? That means that you have no bail as a juvenile, which means you are deadly as an individual, as a young adult. No bail. No bail at all. None. No bail. My thing is this here. You saw that guy when they came out with those assault rifles there and those big guns. He came out and tried to kick the car and fight back. Now look, I don't care how strong of a man you try to say you are. If I see somebody come out there with an extended clip or any type of weapon like that, I am not going to try to go fight the gun. The only way I will fight the gun is if I'm face to face with him and I can get him before he pulls it out because I can read what's going to happen, or I can catch him right when he does a thing. Outside of that, and then you're not even like, you are just hoping that something dumb like that happens. It's not going to happen like that. Do not risk your life. Do not risk your life for that. And I'm showing you guys random acts because we do deliveries and we go to random addresses. So we could be involved in any random act, right? We could. But you got to be aware at the same time. You have to be aware. People, they say don't carry this, don't carry that because you could go to jail. Chances are, delivery drivers, people, I have a good communication with the law enforcement here. When they see me, they say hi, HotFacts. When they know that you do deliveries, when you are driving late night, they know who you are. When things like that happen, you can hold something in your car and they know it's for protection. They know that. They know that. And quit being afraid to hold something. Mob bosses, mob hitmen, corner gangsters, corner bangers. You got people with knives. People are carrying something every single day down the street. And you wonder why when we watch the news, you hear them say, well, this person luckily survived because they hadn't. You got to take care of yourself. You have to. And if you are doing any type of delivery job, you need something in the vehicle in arm's reach so you can do work. After I do work, that's why we have cameras in the cars. That's why we record our videos and things like that. When it's time to do work, it is justified. You are not going to jail. You are not going to jail. There's too many people out here that put channels up that don't even show things like this. And this can happen to anyone. You don't even have to be on delivery. Like, it can be your mom or someone else going to the store, but you may want them to see some of this stuff. Right? That's how it works right there. Let me show you guys the video I just did. Put this video up. The best thing about having your own channel, I got my own clips too. Take a look at this video.
With the new Google Pixel 7 Pro, macro focus makes tiny details epic, and super res zoom gets you close-up quality from far away, thanks to Google's Pro.
DoorDash Revolution talked about this. I'm at the IHOP. I just picked up an order, and one of the orders was, first of all, last night or yesterday was IHOP. Then the other one is they have like a it's like a chicken place. Now this one is called Thrilled Cheese. It's the same place. Revolution spoke on my live and said that they split their menus up in threes. People, we give you guys all the stuff. If you are the driver that they gave all the ratings to on one of those, you are going to be the one on all the other ones too. Get your stuff together, people. We give you all the facts. It's all real. I'm coming into the IHOP. Check this out. There it is. Now check this out. This is like how many ghost kitchens do you guys have here? Because I'm picking up, this is the fourth name for the same place. I'm picking up Thrilled Cheese now. Oh, really? Yes. I have a quick question for you. Now, I pick up deliveries here all the time. Now, how many ghost kitchens do you guys have that run out of here? You know what I mean? Because some will know there's one that's not Thrilled Cheese. There's another one. Yes. Oh, the Dilla place. Okay, so there's three. So you have two, and then All right. Okay. Because see, some of the drivers, let me tell you this, they don't think the place is here, so they cancel the order because they don't even know if it's a real restaurant. That's why some of you guys, the drivers don't come pick them up. So yeah, so now I see the drivers all the time. I see the drivers all the time. So now I can tell them, no, that's a real restaurant. Right. Okay. Yep. All right. People, how many of your content creators walk into a place and ask them a question about the ghost restaurants and figure out this and let them know that why the orders are not coming in? How many of them? No saltiness here. No saltiness here. How many of them share all this information with the customers and everything? Customer just gave me a fat tip. Video was up there, the same video, but I put what he did in the beginning part, and you guys can see. Gave me a fat tip for letting him know that he actually ordered from IHOP, not where he thought he ordered from. He gave me a fat tip for that. Fat tip. Fat tip. You guys think I be playing with my stuff, man. No games. All right, let me see this here. I got another one that I want to show. Oh, that one's I got two. All right. One is okay. I heard something. That's
Yeah,
no,
of
I
course you
heard
heard
something.
something.
Yeah, that's
Excuse the
TFT
Bubba mug
right.
here.
Yeah, that's TFT right there. That's TFT
Uh,
right there. But TFT, I'm gonna show this one clip because the
go
clip
for
I'm about to show it has nothing to do with the food world. Someone got 28 eye contacts taken out of their eye from the eye doctor. And we're about to figure out how this happened. I saw the video last night and I said, what the hell? How do you put 28 different eye contacts on one eye?
Wow.
I thought it could guess. And we have the real doctor. The real doctor is about to go ahead and break this down. So you came on. You're about to watch this right here. Let me go ahead and hit mute.
They have a monumental journey ahead of them, through wind and rain, from one continent to the next. Although some...
It is the story that we just could not stop talking about yesterday. Look at these images. A Newport Beach doctor removing 23 contact lenses from a woman's eye. We had so many questions, we had to call the doctor and say, hey, can you join us? She agreed and said yes.
Yeah, it's an incredible story. So joining us live is Dr. Katerina Krativa. She's an ophthalmologist with the California Eye Associates in Newport Beach. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. I appreciate the invitation. I'm happy to discuss this case. It's very exciting, actually.
So to start things off, we are very curious. How is the patient doing at this point in time?
She's doing great. She quickly recovered from this ordeal and, in fact, doesn't slow her down. She's back to her usual activities and actually wants to wear contacts all over again.
Oh, that is good to hear. Glad she's doing well. The images, they're shocking, right? So walk us through this. What happened? How did she not realize that she was putting in so many contacts?
That's a great question. And to this day, she herself doesn't understand how it took place. I saw her one more time and she's still baffled by it all. But really what happens as we wear contact lenses for many years, over 20 to 30 years, our cornea, which is the most sensitive part of the eye, becomes desensitized, which is essentially a protective feature because otherwise you'll be really bothered by everyday contact lens wear. After all, it is a foreign body in your eye. So when the cornea loses sensitivity, it's sort of an adjustment, but at the same time, you don't feel when something is really wrong as acutely. Also, in her case, she's our senior patient, and there's a lot of facial changes going on, including a loss of periocular fat cushion. So the pocket of the upper lid becomes really deep. So in her case, all those contact lenses were able to hide like a stack of pancakes really far deep inside in the least sensitive part of the eye.
a big question we were having all throughout yesterday is we saw the images and we were curious as to why the contact lenses turned green.
That's a great question. And I think unless you work in the field, it looks kind of paranormal. But it's pretty routine when I see somebody for an eye exam that would put a little stain called fluorox or fluorescein. It's a helpful tool to identify any foreign body as well as stain any corneal irregularities to outline any dry eye or infection. So this is just an artificial color that I put in the eye. It also includes an anesthetic component. So it allowed me not only visualize any foreign bodies retained, but also allowed me to painlessly remove them. As you can see in the video, she's not feeling much at all. In fact, she's like, really, what's going on? Because she doesn't really feel what's happening.
Any long-lasting damage and, advice to others?
So first of all, for her, she's got really lucky in this situation. It doesn't always end this well. I've been in practice for almost 20 years, and I've seen some cases really go south. People develop vision-threatening infections like pseudomonas and corneal ulcers from even like a day of overnight contact lenses. So the cautionary tale, of course, not to sleep in contact lenses. And of course, wash your hands, avoid swimming in them, hot tubs. Be very careful about not to overwear the extended wear contacts. If they're designated for 2 weeks, stop right there, switch up to a new pair, and use the proper contact lens solution storage if they're extended wear. If they're dailies, just get into a routine, tie your eye care to dental care. As you reach for the toothbrush, get the contacts out, then brush your teeth. In the morning, as you reach for the toothbrush, put the contacts in with artificial tears and brush your teeth afterwards. It's very basic.
Yeah, it's so important to remember, and sometimes we forget when we don't get into that routine.
Yeah, it's wild. Thanks for sharing the images and for chatting with us about it, Dr.
I thought that was interesting.
Wow. No, that's interesting. All right. I would have never
I
thought
thought
somebody
that
would
was
do that.
interesting, man. That was strange right there. That was
I thought
strange.
after having one in your eye for so long, you'd freaking be irritated as hell wanting to pull it out yourself and not having 20 of them in there. Oh, boy.
Yeah, and that's the craziest thing, that got disoriented enough to just forget that it was already in there. That's the craziest part right there. And to do that surgery, I know that doctor was happy they got paid. I know that was a good payday. I know that was a good payday. No doctor think that's coming in. That was a payday for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't see how. I still don't understand how you could actually let that happen to yourself. Disorientation or not, but
no one does. No one does, and that's why it is so crazy. But now TFT people was talking to me about the he hit me up and said, you know what, these ghost kitchens can. So go ahead and just elaborate a little bit more on that, TFT, about the ghost kitchen thing, on how that can mess up the drivers.
Well, for instance, I'll give an example from back when I first started dashing. I had no idea Denny's had 2 or 3 other virtual brands inside of their own restaurant. And where my wife works, there's a Denny's in the adjacent parking lot. I had an order for Denny's, picked that up, dropped that off. Got another order for a place called the Burger Den, which is one of Denny's ghost kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they have the Meltdown, and I think there's another one I can't remember. I know for sure of 2.
Yeah, they have another one. Yeah, I forgot what the other one is.
I know for sure of 2 is the Meltdown, which is basically a sandwich shop, and the Burger Den, which is exclusively hamburgers. I'm pretty sure there was a third one as well, but I honestly can't remember. But I picked up an order for the Burger Den. Brought me back to the same area. I was like, wait a minute. There's no place called a Burger Den here. It was like, I get out the truck, I look around, and it's like, I don't see any kind of signs, nothing anywhere. And so me being the kind of guy who actually likes to investigate everything, I went back and double checked the app. And in the pickup instructions, it says it's located inside Denny's.
Right.
It's the same thing with the Mr. Beast burger locations. They're not only in Foster Freeze, they're in Marie Callender's, for instance. and a few other places.
You still got Marie calendars over there?
Yep. We got
don't
at
have
least
none
one.
of them, man.
We got at least one left.
Oh, we don't. They took all of ours out. Oh, Marie. Oh, wow.
I got one left for sure that I know of. It's right there by Fresno State. That's also one of the oldest Marie calendar locations here in Fresno. The only other ones that used to be around, one got turned into a Black Bear Diner, and the other one got turned into a Mexicali Mexican restaurant food.
Now, yeah, you know, I put up Black Bear Diner here. I didn't even know about Black Bear Diner, but they are in Arizona. And when my brother lived there, he told me about them.
Another one of the quote-unquote ghost kitchens, also known as virtual brands, that actually threw me for a loop recently, is a place called Dips, D-I-P-S.
Dips?
It's candy slash, Dips. It's actually located inside the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
Hold up, a Rocky Mountain Chocolate
candy.
Factory? We don't have one of them down here. What's the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, you know, like C's Candy?
Oh, yes, yes.
It's basically like that, but a little fancier. It's a little fancier than C's Candy. And they typically originated over there in the Rocky Mountains itself, you know, like Denver, the Colorado areas, and they spread out a little bit from there. We got 3 or 4 locations here, and I got an order for a Dips. And it's like I drove around the entire Fashion Fair Mall where this place is supposedly located 5 times before I finally just got the hell out and started walking store to store and asking, hey, because there was no pickup instructions in the app for it, nothing. Didn't tell me it was in another restaurant, so I'm looking for a place called Dibs. I don't see it anywhere. I went to the supposed address. The security guard come up, saw me walking around with my box. It's like, hey, you looking for the deliveries or picking up or what? It's like, I'm looking to pick up from this place here, and then showed him the address. And I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, that's probably across the street. You know, and it's like, no, I'm not going across the street because it wouldn't have pointed me here.
Right.
If it was across the street.
See?
You know?
That's what I'm saying,
like,
though. How much is
I
that
ended up
cost?
I ended up leaving him. You know, and he left me alone after that. I literally went from door to door because I knew it had to be a food place. You know, and in that particular area, there was only 4 food type places, 2 candy shops, and a 50-50 Slater burger and something else.
I know about 50-50 Slater. I know about 50-50. You go get that bacon infused in that ground beef. I know about 50-50.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's like I checked in with the other 2 places because I knew it couldn't have come from a burger shop. You know, I'm darn sure it wasn't a burger shop because it didn't even tell me what kind of stuff it was because it gave me the unknown number of items thing, which I freaking hate that. But so I checked in with the first shop. Yeah, it was like cotton candies and cakes and stuff. He's like, no, we don't have no virtual brands, no ghost kitchens here. Okay. You know, so I go next door, like 2 doors down to the Rocky Chocolate Mountain Factory. You know, and walk in. It's like, you guys have virtual brands here? Oh yeah, we got Dibs, and rattled off like 4 other places that I ain't never even heard of, even still today, except for that point in time where she told me about them. It's like, okay, well, I'm here for the Dibs order. You know, and she got a little chuckle out of it, and it's like, you're the first person I actually see to come in here, walking around and ask.
Wow, yeah, that's because the other drivers probably figure out that it's not there, and they just cancel the order.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm the way I am, that I am determined to see an order through once I've taken it, if I was like all these other people, I probably would have done the same thing and just dropped it and went on my merry way. And those people would have never gotten their food or their desserts.
Right.
And so it's like, you got to put in be a little bit of a detective, so to speak. You got to do a little legwork to get some of these orders done if you don't already know about these different virtual brands. You know, I mean, and honestly, the locations of the virtual brands may be hard to figure out without actually physically doing like I did, walking into a store and asking. However, you can find out to an extent about the virtual brands by going onto the ordering side and looking at all these different places. And on the ordering side, I actually pulled it up later that day, and Dibs actually on the order, when I order from it, does say it's in Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, that it's a virtual brand of theirs. Had I thought about doing it sooner, I probably would have saved myself a little time, but I didn't think about that at the time.
Right.
So you got to investigate both sides of the apps. If your driver app isn't telling you anything, check the ordering side.
All right, and you know what, TFT, I am listening to all of that, but I'm looking at the chat too. People, when I went ahead and talked about dudes using they're trying to use TV shows and this other stuff. Simon knew it. Simon knew it. Simon knew it. People understand that this is like Bart Simpson doing a prank call, and if he calls Moe's Tavern, it says, "Is Simon Newit there?" And he's gonna do a little joke. It says Simon Newit. Can someone remove that person? That is a troll. I got my awareness up. My awareness. I'm looking at how you're typing. I'm looking at what your name is. I'm looking at the spellings of it. I'm looking at everything. Simon Newit is off of here.
Done deal.
Put question marks. You put question marks. Is Simon? Yeah, you're saying what? Here, Simon, if you want to prove yourself, click the link and show your face. And if you don't show your face, then you are out of here. So go ahead and put this up here.
Oh, okay. You already asked to be had in my head. Sorry.
No. He can still click the link.
He can still see the link. So.
Yeah, he can still see the link and go on and not even sign in and click the link and still go on StreamYard. He can still do that if it's a real person. But yeah, just gotta let him know.
Maybe very well be a real person. You're just not wanting to show his face and be a little.
Yeah. We go ahead and do that. No, we gotta make sure we good.
I'll refrain from saying the words.
No, we are all the way good. We just gotta make sure. Now I got something to say. You know how we got people doing the they're on the electric scooters, the electric bikes. Now I know from like 10 years ago, I've been watching the development of, I don't know what you call them. They are in between the feet and it's one wheel. And
it's just called one wheel.
The one wheels. Check these out right here. Look at how fast these things go. And
I don't know. I've seen a few of them on the city streets here. They're hitting 40, 45 mile an hour, no problem.
Yeah, do you think that some of these are going to be able to do some deliveries if they just put on their app, they have a scooter, but they're just in between on one leg, just carrying it on their back?
Still it's basically like an electric skateboard for that matter, which is the same thing as a scooter, or a Segway for that matter.
Right. Well, people, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about what we talking about because these guys are nuts.
They'd have to definitely carry one of the backpack style boxes, not the ones like I have.
Right. Check this out.
And from what I understand, you can actually modify them things. From what I've seen and heard, you can actually modify them to almost hit freeway speeds.
No, you can all the way do that. And the ones that I saw, they actually have, you know how we have the BMX bikes and the races? They lined up like 15 dudes. And they went the race. And they were doing the lean, putting their hand on the ground and everything. And they were going like 70 miles an hour. They were doing the damn thing.
Sorry, I had to go see what was messing around with the neighbor's yard.
See, my brother just said, my brother K Reese 007 said they are using that unicycle for sure. Yeah, he said he just left San Francisco. You know what? Hey, You know, that looks like a young man's thing, but that looks like something I can get
Oh
into.
no, young man's thing, my ass. I got a guy out here who's like 65 years old running around on the things.
I can get into that. Hold up, I'm gonna put up another video because these dudes went nuts. They went ham. I mean, they went ham. They were just riding all over the place. There was one video I wanted to show of this little kid doing a shooting range, but I can't find the video anymore. But I want to show you guys some more of these guys getting busy. I said, what's going on here? They were just going nuts. Let me see.
Oh, I've seen some of those guys do some really insane tricks with it too.
I'm gonna put up a video of some of those a little bit later. I'll put up I'll put up a few of those. Where the hell can I
Oh, speaking of which, I know there was a lot of people yakking about wanting to show numbers and whatnot of how much people make them per week, per month, kind of thing.
Oh, go ahead, TFT. It's all you. Go ahead, do your thing.
I've got no way to put it up on your stream here, but
no, but check this out. Check this out.
I'm gonna send you my last 4 weeks between Spark and DoorDash, and you can do with them as you please.
No, just do them. All right, do them like this, TFT. Do them like this, so I can put it up in a regular thing. Just give me the I don't know if you want to do. I don't know if you want to do a screenshot week by week, or if you want to do the whole month.
The last 4 week breakdown of each image I just sent to you on text, but I'm not gonna put them.
Oh no! I have those. I gotta put those in the video. I gotta put those in the video. Yeah.
Like I said, you can do it with. I was just saying that's between Spark and DoorDash both. That's same weeks, the last 4 weeks prior to this current week here that we're on now. You can see them totals.
No, your totals are stupid. Your totals are stupid.
And you can do a quick little addition there, and that's a pretty large number. You know, last month alone, this last 4 weeks, I put in what, about almost 6K.
Man, they don't get it. They don't get it. Oh, I found my video. I found it. I found my video. I found the video. I found the video. This video, man. I'm gonna play the other video of these dudes doing the one wheels. But
I know it's on.
Sorry. This video, yeah, TFT said I know it's on, man. It's like, leave me alone. I'm gonna show this video right here. Cody Guns, this video is for you because I know for a fact your kid is probably doing this. Let me go ahead and show this right now. This is awesome.
See, we didn't have all this digital media back when I was a kid.
O atirador está pronto? Ah, espera. Aí, tira o carregador. Mostra a arma aberta. Coldre. Que legal.
Oh no, that's fun. That's entertaining right there. Brings back my childhood, I'll tell you what. Reese, you're still muted, bro.
Gotcha. I said, now that video there, thank you for reminding me. That video there, remember when we were little kids, we had BB guns, pellet guns. That video took me into another realm. Full grown ass men damn near in their 60s, got full automatic machine gun pellet guns, shooting and
Airsoft.
chopping trees down.
Yeah.
Whew. But check this out. That little kid right there he was hitting them. He was aiming right. He knew how to discharge. He knew how to do everything. As a man, how'd that make you feel?
If it was my kid, I'd be happy as hell.
Yeah. People, you gotta know
You
that was
got to remember, I'm an old country boy, so it's like you damn well know I know how to shoot.
that was awesome right there. Little boy was getting vicious. I got look. I got another one for you. Look, this one right here. Okay, all right. People, we doing a different hot facts today. I'm about to show y'all some stuff. Imagine this, TFT. Let's say your boy, I'm gonna paint the scene. Your boy says, bring your family over, or you just come over by yourself. We about to eat some food. And just imagine this is what's gonna be there in your face. Let me go ahead and
Simba, good boy. Good boy. Simba, go. Simba, good boy.
No, to be honest, I'll tell you right now, that wouldn't faze me one bit.
You said that wouldn't phase you one bit. That wouldn't phase you one bit, TFT.
You want to know why?
Go ahead,
yeah,
tell
remember,
me
I'm a
why
country
that wouldn't
boy.
phase you.
I'm a country boy. My up in the Squaw Valley where my grandparents used to live, my neighbors down the street I used to play with all the time when I was up there when I was a kid. They had, I kid you not, a timber wolf bred with a Siberian husky.
That's a big ass dog because
It's freaking massive.
A timber wolf is a gray wolf, the largest.
That thing was freaking massive. I mean, when it's standing on all four legs, that thing's head was under my armpit. Now I'm about 5'10", so that means my armpit is about as high as this freaking Toyota Yaris. That dog's head was right underneath my arm, standing on all fours. When he jumped up on the wall, that damn dog had to be at least 12 foot tall.
Oh,
if you stood him up on his hind leg. And he has a bite force of something like 1,500 pound PSI. He snapped down on you. You losing whatever he snapped on.
Right.
Ooh. Now he's trained really well to the point where he will not attack unless his owner tells him to. Don't matter who you are, unless you're actually showing extreme hostile signs. It was like one day we was out play fighting. Now he knew we were play fighting, but he still got in between us and kicked me with his hind leg and tossed me back 4 feet.
Yeah, he told you enough is enough. Yeah, he said nope.
Yeah, now I was a lot bigger kid than I am now. I mean, I was a fat little bastard, I'll say. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I love to eat. I'm not gonna hide from it. I still got a gut, and I don't know what. Don't make no difference. My gut I may have a gut, but I'll tell you what. Now you try and punch me in it, all you're gonna do is hurt your head.
You remind me of, what was the movie? I forget the name of the movie when it's a street fighting movie where like the main guy, the villain guy, was the old white guy, and he put his head down and made the dude punch him in his head, and he hurt his hand every single time.
Yeah, I know the movie you're talking about, but I can't freaking remember it.
It's at the tip of my tongue. I just don't know what it's called.
Oh God, what is it? I know it. I
You're
know it's there.
You're gonna strain yourself just like me.
It's gonna piss me off because I guarantee you, whenever we end all this, it's gonna come to me. I'll know it. I'll be able to spit it out like it ain't nothing. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Now, my head may not be that hard, but I'll tell you right now, my gut is. You know, I've had people hit me with baseball bats in my stomach and it didn't even faze me. I mean, go full swing like they trying to hit a freaking home run. And all it did is make me go, ugh, and all right. And then I swing, and now they're on the ground crying like a little, you know what? Uh,
Oh, speaking of a, you know what,
I got some
TFT?
hammers.
No, we gonna talk about some hammer right now because check this out. Imagine if, all right, this is for every parent and every parent that is a man. Imagine if you found out that your boy was being bullied and he ran home every day. Automatically, you already know where man code goes into your head. But
I'm training my kid to whoop his ass.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a clip on why you need to train him to whoop his ass. Let's watch this one.
I don't need a clip for that. It's just like my uncle and my daddy told me. You pick the loudest, biggest bugger and knock his ass cold.
What the fuck are you doing in my house, motherfucker? Huh? What the fuck do you think you're gonna do in my goddamn house? Leave my motherfucking yard now. Leave my motherfucking yard now before you get fucked up. You understand me? I said fucking go. Don't fucking come back to my goddamn house.
You know, the thing is, I saw this clip. The kid didn't even run to his own house. He ran to his friend's house.
Yeah, and that's what the clip said. The clip said he ran to the friend's house is what that said. And I was sitting there like, oh my goodness. Now,
which tells me he's either
even
that tells me two things, tell you the truth. That his dad is a you know what, or he's in a home where single parent home and all he's got is mama.
Well, yeah, because like that dude that was chasing him, I was like, all you gotta do is turn the square up with him, give him
he
a
backed
couple
down.
of
I guarantee you, if he turned to fight square up, that guy backed down. Wouldn't even have to throw a punch.
Back down.
Just by looking at him, I can tell you right now, he'd back down. He's one of those all bark no bite.
Oh, but you already know. See, I have to make sure people. I didn't have to.
You got to remember, I've been in physical security for 20 some odd years.
Yeah. See,
You
and
know, I can size you up. I can size somebody up just by looking at you.
No, but check this. When the other dude tells him that I protected your son from getting chased by the bully, and it's like the boy is gonna be like, I didn't tell my dad because I don't think my dad is tough enough.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
That means his dad either needs to grow a pair and start teaching his son how to be a man, or if he can't do it himself, find somebody who can. You know, put him in karate or kendo or whatever. Get him some training.
Right.
Like I said, if you can't do it yourself, hire somebody who will. Hell, go back to your friend's dad there and see if he can teach you.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I went back home and somebody chased me home. My brothers would have beat me up. But I'm gonna tell you this.
Guaranteed.
My brothers would have beat me up. But I'm gonna give this story right here. There was a boy named Glenn. And Glenn used to bully all the kids. Well, he didn't used to bully him. He just used to take off first. And he was a thief. And all the boys in our neighborhood, our inner tubes ended up missing from our bikes. I'm like, my dad, I know my dad just got my inner tube. I have my tires. But we know Glenn. My dad said, I know where it is. My dad went right over there, took me with him, said, go look up there for your thing. Glenn mama talking about, Glenn don't steal nothing. My dad said, let him go find it. Glenn talking about, oh no, I know where it is. So Glenn went and get it, right? And my dad said, all right, now Glenn got to come to the front yard. And my dad said, Glenn got to come to the front yard. And guess what? Ba-doop, doop, 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 doop. Oh my goodness, Glenn got these hands. And that's old school from what we got going on now. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, kids these days have been, I hate to say the word, but and especially because you've been monetized and all, the kids these days have been pussified with everything on social media and all this anti-bully stuff and all this other crud. These kids don't even know how to have hair on their chest no more.
No. Man, I tell my kids, like, I don't care about what these new rules are and no. I'm gonna teach you where, boom. And my boys are getting bigger now. Arm reach, they come within arm reach, you gotta swing. That is your personal distance. It don't matter how long your arm is. That means you're giving them extra leeway to stay back. So yeah, that's all that means there. That is all that
Like,
means.
you shared a story about your childhood on that. I'll share you one of mine. Me and my mom and dad, they separated when I was about 6 years old. I went to live with my mom and my brother. Now, one day I was in fifth, sixth grade. Had my little Game Boy out with me at school. Shouldn't have had it with her, but teachers didn't bug me with it since I always had all my work done. But on my way home, one of the kids that was quote unquote my friend asked to borrow it, took it, said, "No, he ain't got it no more." When I come back for it a little later, I was like, "Okay, you ain't even gonna fucking try to." I was not the kind of guy I am now, but back then I was still a little soft kid. I went home. The only person home at the time was my brother because my mom was working. He said, "Who took it?" After he slapped me upside the head a couple times for even giving it to him. But that's the kind of guy my brother was, though. And then he went down there with me, drugged me with him. And did basically like what your dad did. He called the kid out. Kid happened to be home alone because I guess he was in the same situation as we were. My own single parent, mom working all day.
Right.
Kid come out. Said, "No, I ain't got it. He never gave it to me." Like, my brother don't lie. You either bring that shit out here or my brother's gonna whoop your ass. And if you should happen to win, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And my brother coached me a little bit on some moves back then, so it's like I was still green as hell, but I was tough. I knew how to take a punch because, well, hell, I dealt with my damn brother all the time. It's like, so he's like, kid came out. I was like, "How you think I'm lying? I'll fight him. Fuck it." It's like we get in there, we start squabbling a little bit. Yeah, he landed some damn good blows on me. I hurt him, but I won. And sure enough, my brother picked him back up, threw him through his damn door. Now you say you come back out here and give him his stuff. If you don't, I'm coming in. Sure enough, about 2 minutes later, he comes screaming out that damn house with everything he took from me. He said, "Hey, it ain't gonna happen again. I'm sorry." Crying like a sniveling little brat. Now, partly because one, he got beat by at the time, about that time frame, I was probably no taller than about 4'8", 4'9".
Okay.
And I was a chunky kid.
Little tree trunks on them legs. You had little tree trunks on them legs.
And he just got his butt beat by the short fat kid. He couldn't live that down because his neighbor is also one of his best friends who goes to school with us. So it's like he heard all the commotion. He come out and looked and saw me beating the crap out of him.
I learned my lesson from the fat kid, and I learned a lesson from the fat kid in school. I learned that it don't matter how fast your hands are, once they grab you and fall on you, it's a different fight. That's once I
don't get me
fought
wrong.
Larry.
I never bothered to fall. I never used my weight like that, like I should have.
Yeah,
However,
Larry
I will
used
tell you
his
this:
weight on me. He fell on my ass.
I knew how to put my weight behind my punch. I may have been slower, but you let me land one, you gonna feel it.
No, I thought I was fast lightning. Larry was talking to stuff. I beat up his friend that was like half the size of him. So I was in my head, I was thinking that they were the same size just because he was half the size. No.
Yeah.
Larry took them punches that I was threw at him, like he took them. And then once, and I don't know what told me to grab him. When I grabbed him, he did this Yokozuna thing and just fell right on me. And
sumo drop, maybe. Yep.
I woke up in the principal's office. I woke up. I learned my lesson. These big dudes, nope. That was my first and last time. It was like when I ran my first 400-meter race, and I was like in the 4th grade. I
You know,
took
it's
off
just like
running.
fighting somebody taller than you. That's the
Full
way to deal
sprint.
with people who are taller than you, got better reach than you. Get
Oh
your ass in
yeah,
close and grapple. If
yeah.
you're a
You got
big
it,
guy,
man.
your best moves is to get in and grapple.
That's why I
You
tell
know,
people I don't like to fight now. People, my hands are legally not registered. They are legally not registered. But all the training and all the work that I've done with my hand, I don't do it because I know exactly what I can do with my hands. So I
well,
don't do
same,
it at all. I just
same
talk.
here.
Yeah, I just talk and I try to be a diplomat and do all of that. But I found my clip that I want these people to see of these unicycle things.
Well,
Let me go
one
ahead and
more
put this
quick
up.
thing. One dude got me so damn angry that I know if I hit him, I probably would have killed him. So instead of hitting him, you know those cinder block brick walls?
Yeah, the gray
I
ones.
hit that with my bare fist. Yeah, I hit one of those with
Oh,
my bare fist and put a hole in it.
so you scraped all. You had all loose
Oh
skin
yeah,
and
my hand was
blood.
scraped up and bloody. Yeah, but I put a hole in that damn brick wall.
See,
Yeah, now I got power.
uncontrollable testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
Women, this
It's
is
like
why
I
if you have a
barely
young
got
boy,
that
let
under
him know
control.
that.
Otherwise, that would have been his head.
Right.
Yeah,
See,
if I would have let my anger get the best of me, that would have been his head, and I would have been put in prison for life for murdering a guy with nothing but my bare hands.
well, they would have let you out of like 7. They would have let you out of like 19. You would have went a little
No,
young. Yeah.
no, because when that happened, I was 18.
You were talking about, oh, you was head busting. Okay, he was head busting.
Yeah,
That was when
this guy
he
got into
said
a
he was
fight.
280 all muscle. That's when he said he was 280 all muscle.
Yeah, I was fresh out of high school.
Oh yeah, uncontrollable testosterone. Yeah, you would
Fresh
have
out
been
of high
gone.
school, trust me, if I would have actually hit that guy instead of choosing to hit the wall, you wouldn't be talking to me right now.
No, I probably would. You would have probably been on Shark Tank after they would have let you out all this time, and you would have made some type of fastener for a fire hydrant or something. And they say, damn, you spent yeah, something like that. You would have did something like that. But hey, let me show them these freaking things real quick. Let me
Yeah, no
show them.
worries. I like seeing them the freaking unit wheel things. They're actually entertaining. Been contemplating buying one.
And I'm telling you, man, that looks fun. That
It
looks
does,
fun
but
to
tell you
me.
what, this day and age, I don't think my balance would be good enough to stay on it like that. Not for that kind of speed, anyway.
Yeah, well, what the speed they're doing, but I'm like, if I live in a super metro area to where I know we have high rises and I'm just going, I'm going a mile, maybe 0.5 to a mile, 2 miles. I'll go 2 miles on that. I'll go 2
I mean, you
miles.
can do 40 mile an hour on them things easy, so it's like I'll go 3-4 miles on it. I don't mind.
I'll go smash on that. Only thing is, you got to wear your, you have to get the bag that has the backpack, so you can go ahead and do that. And they have certain of those models have a seat, so you can actually sit down and it leans right and left with you on how you're doing your thing. Which I'm like, man, this like Voltron in the future. Like this is what I would do it.
Them unit wheels like that are basically the closest thing we actually have to the Back to the Future hoverboards.
Man, I don't know how much they cost.
A couple $100.
That's
if I remember
nothing.
right. It's like
My
250,
whole
300
thing is
somewhere
now
around
I got
there.
to figure out how do you change the tires, because the dude said that one of the models there, it's faster, more control, more stability, and he said easier tire changes. That when he said easier tire changes, I said, "Oh, I got to look into that because
If I remember right,
feel
in
this.
there, I actually looked up the specs on those things, for the one wheel the ones you see advertised every now and then. It's got that friggin' like 4-inch wide wheel that's in the middle of the board. It's not, from what I saw on from the basically downloadable user manual. It's pretty easy to pull them wheels out. It's just fastened on by a couple bolts. You know, through that single axle, you unbolt the thing, you slide the axle out, drop the wheel out, swap it out. And it's kind of like a standard car tire, you know, for changing the tire out. You can even change the tire type. Yeah, they have them set with slicks, standard street tires, and you can even go with an off-road tire.
My guy had an off-road tire and he had a road tire. His off-road tire, he was doing jumps. He was doing like not big jumps, but he was doing maybe like 18-inch jumps. You know, little curve.
You can easily do like 2-3 foot hops on them things pretty easy. I've got like I said, I got a 65-year-old guy out here who runs around in one of those. He's got that. He wears all the standard protective gear, including a reflective yellow vest. So when he goes riding at night, and those things do have a really bright headlight and tail light on them. You know,
now,
so you know
do you know anything about the do you know anything about the laws and the rules on those? If you have to have a motorcycle license, or are those
motorcycle
the same
license? No. It's the same as like a bicycle or electronic scooter.
Electric bike or something.
It's the same as an electric bike. You don't need any special permits or anything here in California anyway, or at least in my city. I don't know. It may be different for your city, because some of the cities actually have their own specific rulings on them. So you might want to still check in with your city statutes on it. But
man,
like here in Fresno,
if I could, by the way how I order, man, and my customers, I know I'm not going far. I would use that thing and zoop, and just be all up in there.
Yeah, good. Load it all up in your car, take your car to the hotspot, and roll around on that from there. You know, I've got several places that honestly, most of my deliveries that are from those specific areas, they're literally no more than a mile and a half down the road, and I can probably get there faster on one of those than I can in my truck.
Delivery game is about to be changing. It's about to be changing, people. At the college here, at the university,
cost so damn much. I'd probably get one of them.
They have skateboards. They have skateboards with the handheld remote.
Yeah,
and they are. When you drive into the campus here, the campus is its own city. We all know, like whatever campus you're in, it's a city in itself.
Yep.
Man, they have these streets that go all the way around, and these dudes are on the skateboards with the handheld remote, just zooming through. And they have
most of the skateboards only hit about
there.
20-25 mile an hour though.
They have a Starbucks at the university, right? Like directly on campus, and no drivers. It's weird. I think that they have a college program set up for these delivery apps. No one who's not a student there picks up from that actual Starbucks on the campus, and all the kids are delivering on their little things, and they're riding around. So I'm like, okay, if the whole delivery game, the college campus, we all know that's like 6-7 miles squared or whatever else it is. That lets you know that if you're in an area where it's that hot, you can use something like that and not even have to use a car and just be getting it in. Oh my goodness.
No, I mean, there's times where I'll get orders in my local downtown area where the courthouse and city hall is, that I hate taking them for one reason. It's not the pay. It's not the mileage. It's the fact that there's hardly anywhere to park.
The park, and they got these new meters too.
Now, don't get me wrong. Here in my city, you can park in any parking garage for 30 minutes and not have to pay a cent. But there's times where, I mean, the closest parking garage is a mile away. And to be honest, my chunky butt is not walking a mile to go pick up an order and then walk a mile back to my car to go get ready to deliver it. Take too much time. And I walk at a good clip, but it's still, it would delay the order so much that the customer is going to be unhappy. And that is something I will refuse. Now, however, we are couriers. Most of the restaurants downtown have a small fire lane. We are allowed to park in it. Hazard lights, make sure we have our decals on so that they know we are an actual courier. And you can park there for a brief few minutes. So, and a lot of dashers downtown don't realize that, but you know, it's one of the things that we are allowed to do because even the post office is allowed to do it. Because
Right.
again,
Yeah.
they're not there for maybe 2
Right.
minutes, you know, and then they're back on the road and out the way. You know,
Right.
now they also understand that we can park almost anywhere any law enforcement vehicles marked to be able to park. Cops don't like it when we park in their parking spaces, but it's not illegal.
It's not illegal. This is what I've been trying to tell people. We are couriers, people. That's why I tell you, if your vehicle is visible with any marking that shows that this is what you are doing, even as third party, you can go look at that in the back window. You can go park.
And I've got the front
You can
window
go
marked
park
too.
wherever you need to. Yeah, and I tell them, take me to court. They're gonna lose because you just wrote this thing for no reason. I'm gonna go. You are gonna just not show up to court, officer. You will not show up to court because the judge is gonna look at it like, look, it's visible. What? You are a courier? What? Yeah, people. But see, they know that most people will not. Do
And
that.
that's why
They'll just take that
they'll just go
ticket
ahead
and
write
go on their merry way.
You know, and that's how they get away with a lot of this. Good Lord, we got a lot of gnats out here today.
You got a lot of them. You got a lot of them. The live that we did yesterday, TFT, where we spoke about the you know, that tipping pool. It's all the way in the green for fully monetized. And you know, I figured out the whole realm of the YouTube thing. We're giving you some real good information. They put it green right there. I guarantee this one goes green too.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee it. It's just a matter of time. Before
Can
it gets
someone get rid of that porn
they'll
act?
use it up
Can
there.
someone get rid of that porn site?
Where the hell?
It says sexfind.pro. Can someone get rid of that thing?
Yeah, hold on. I'm working on it. I'm just trying to get back to the live chat. Okay, where'd it go? I don't see it.
It'll be gone.
Yeah, my live chat ain't working. I'm pretty sure Cody could snag it or your brother.
I'm about to go ahead and hit mute right here.
For
Let
some
me
reason,
see.
my live chat ain't working right now.
Hold up now. Oh yeah, it's gone. I think they took it off. Yeah.
No, you know the other mods are good.
Yeah, they went ahead and took that thing off. Oh, I got one more I gotta do. Let's go ahead and do that to that dude. Yeah, I gotta do these to these dudes, man. I don't know where the game economy went. I don't know where the gig economy went. I don't know, but they are turning all type of other ways and not doing what it's supposed to do. But
it's because people are still putting out bullshit info, you know, and telling people how to do things the wrong way. Yeah, like I told you before, my daddy and my grandpa told me, you don't ever do nothing half-assed. Do something, you tell somebody you're gonna do something, you damn well do it. Yeah. So that means you take an order, you do it. You don't drop it.
Nope.
You see it through. It don't matter if you were trying to decline a $3 order and you accidentally picked it up, accepted it. Do it.
Well, how the unemployment rates are going now in these other areas that's not a California, a Texas, a Florida, a New York. These unemployment rates on how they're dropping people, these other people in these other areas better start paying attention to not be watching everyone's videos and thinking that's how it is in your own area. You are going to be sitting on the fence, watching from the sideline, just like all the rest of them.
No. Speaking of which, back to those numbers that I sent you for my last 4 weeks. I'll tell you right now, if I was not a top dasher here in my market, those numbers would be cut probably down to 1/8 of what those are. Just because there's so many top dashers here that I'd hardly be able to get on the schedule.
Right.
If I did, it'd be like a half hour, maybe a half hour a day if I was lucky.
Yeah, but see, that's why you are smart enough to be on
I saw that this was going to happen. I saw that this was going to happen, that the top dasher was going to be mandatory here. That's why I did everything I could to make sure I stay on it. You know, the other programs, that's just gravy. Seriously. I'd still pull those numbers in if I wasn't on the large order program. Sure, I'd have to probably work a little harder, or a little longer, I should say.
But see, that's the benefit there. You don't have to do a little bit harder or a little bit longer. You don't have to, because you are already set.
On average, each one of those weeks, it was 30 to 35 hours total time. Let me say that again. Total online time.
People, you're not listening. He said online time. You got to understand, he don't even got to tell you the active time or the dash time. He's just telling you online time.
Active time, for most of those weeks, active time happened to be almost the exact same as the total online time.
That's because you knock it. That's because they're sending you though.
Oh yeah. It's because I stay with the highest possible ratings I can get. Now, do I have 100% acceptance rating? No, I don't. I can guarantee you right now, if I opened up my stat and managed to be able to screen share here, which I don't think I can do through this, my acceptance rating right now, I believe, is 78%.
Yeah, mine right now is at 83. Because people, and I got a video that I'm just about to put up, the most packed McDonald's of all time. The McDonald's system fully went down, and the drive-through, and on the inside, and for the order. So the whole McDonald's was so packed. I got a video that I'm gonna put up to show that.
I had that happen. I actually had to wait. About 5 weeks ago. The McDonald's systems all went down. They couldn't see the orders. But our McDonald's here, unfortunately, they won't make us wait. They just tell us, hey, call and cancel because we're not going to make it.
Yeah, see,
even
but
if
I
you
got
read it
my
off,
order.
you're not going to make it.
The other people had to go ahead and leave. There was one driver there, and I said, how long you been driving for? And she was like, oh, I've been driving for about 4 months now. And I said, well, I just talked to that person right there, which is the manager. I know the owner of the place. I said, that's the manager there. I just talked to her. Oh yeah, I'm just waiting until they see that I'm here. I said, they're not gonna come because everything is backed up. I said, are you trying to just cancel your order? I said, because all you gotta do is just go up there and check in with them. I said, look up there on the board, and I read off all the orders. I said, 2 of those are mine. I said, are one of these yours? Well, no, I'm just gonna wait here until they come ahead and see that I'm here. That's I'm sitting there. I said, all right, look. I said, look, the next time you see me, these other drivers right here, they're gonna walk in and say hi to me because they know who I am. She said, oh, okay, that's fine. But see, we got drivers out there who are doing this, and they are all over the place.
Drivers, they just expect that everybody's going to cater to them and do what they need and not do anything about getting it
Here's
done.
the funniest part, TFT. Here's the funniest part. When before my order, I had one order that they gave me. I was waiting for the other one. They came to bring out an order, and it was the girl that walked away because they were busy doing the orders. She walked away because they were busy because she was saying they're not paying attention to me. You didn't check in, and you left, and that's your order right there.
These merchants, you cannot expect these merchants to come straight to you when they're in the weeds. They are going to try and knock out their orders as fast as they get them in. If they manage to get backed up because drive-through gets swamped, they got a bunch of people in the store ordering plus the online orders. I'm going to tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, they're going to pander to the people who are there first. That means drive-through, in-store, then the online orders.
Now
they
check
don't know
this
who's
out.
there. They don't
No,
know when
it
it comes
don't
to the
matter about
online
that.
drivers. They don't know who's there, who's ready to pick stuff up or not until you get there and announce yourself.
Right. Now check this out. I'm looking on the board, and there's another driver there, and he's like, man, look at all these orders. I said, look, anyone that starts with the 16, that's an online mobile order from McDonald's if you use your own phone. I said, anyone that has the eight numbers there, those are DoorDash orders. The ones that end with the letters, I said those are Uber Eats orders. So he looked up there and he said, "So
DoorDash
hold
has actually
up."
changed their McDonald's orders. They're now like 9 or 10 digits, and they also contain letters.
Yeah, he looked up there and said, "Hold up." But the people that were in the line said, "Look, we have 116." The guy said, "Did you order online?" His girlfriend said, "Yes." The other lady behind them said, "Oh, me, check." He checked. So when I was speaking out loud, they were able to look at the board to understand exactly what was going on with the orders. I pretty much made McDonald's not just waste a bunch of food and people walk out because they were able to read their numbers on the screen. And I was just trying to let that one driver know that, hey, they have
It
it.
all goes down to being aware of your surroundings and making sure you're paying attention to things. If you're
Man,
not paying, all of these restaurants have something of that nature. Wendy's, Taco Bell, all of them. Well, maybe not Taco Bell, but I know Wendy's does. I know most Jack in the Boxes do.
yeah.
McDonald's does, definitely. I think some Taco Bells do. KFC does. All of them have a screen up there somewhere or a shelf rack of some sort where all the orders are put up there, whether for online or mobile.
Yeah.
And they usually have a separate section for online through their own app versus online through DoorDash or Uber.
That
If
has
you're
been
not paying
something that I
attention, you're
have
going to grab
seen.
the wrong stuff.
No, but most places I have seen as far as the fast food chains, because we all know that majority of them will not have that tablet up there. They just have the regular screen. But what I have seen is they have a separate register that is only connected to get those in, so they can look at these orders here and then these orders here. And that's the only thing that matters to me because that's the only screen that I need to be worried about.
Yeah. No, like most of McDonald's here, they got the one screen's got everybody's orders all on it, period. Whether it's DoorDash, Uber, online pickup, in-store pickup, they're all up there.
No, not the screen that shows the orders. I'm talking about they have a screen that shows the orders that need to be made and what the orders are. They have a separate, like back there, they have a separate register screen.
They've got their own thing for it, sure.
Yeah, that shows that, and then they make them, but your overall number is still going to show on the big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people don't pay attention to those boards anyway. I've seen many of people walk into McDonald's and Wendy's both, honestly, recently within the past 4 or 5 days. Walk in, not even there 5 minutes, and walk right back out. Didn't say a word, didn't announce themselves, didn't have any equipment with them, no thermal bag, no nothing, no gear stating that they were working for Uber or DoorDash, like my hat. So they just walked in and stood there, fiddled around on their phone a minute,
and
looked
that's
up at
it.
the people, and went right out the door.
And went and walked out. This is one of the biggest issues I have with these content creators out here in the gig world. And this goes to anything on what you do as business. If you send someone out there to be a representative, to be visible, if they show up to a place and then shut down and go into a shell, they are not doing anything on what they're supposed to do. And the only person that really gets hurt is the customer and, well, of course, the restaurant because they made that food for no reason. But the customer really is looking at their app and it's showing that, oh, we have a new driver coming. And they're going to just keep seeing it switch like that. And then that makes a good person not even want to do anything. And then when you guys say that, hey, they're not tipping us enough. That's why today I'm going to show you guys some more numbers. I'm going to show you guys some more look, I'm probably going to do today, you know what? I'm probably going to do a video just showing your numbers, showing what my night shift numbers are. I'm about to just get some numbers together and just show just a whole bunch of orders with some music in the background and just tell people to look at these orders. Just look at the orders and just think that this could be used somewhere else.
The money's out there to be made. You just got to be willing to do it. You know, like I said, you take an order, see it through. Don't half-ass shit. You know, I mean, you don't want to drive to a freaking restaurant, sit there for like 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you're waiting, whatever your comfortable waiting time is, and then leave. Now you've wasted all that gas to get to the restaurant, and you make no damn money.
Pizza Man is here. Pizza Man. I see you here, Pizza Man. I just put up some numbers earlier. I put up numbers yesterday. I put up Pizza Man. I am the only channel that puts up as much videos as I do. So whatever you don't see, you just don't see. I throw so many up. You got to take in what you take in, man. And that's it. But I'm going to let you know, Pizza Man, you are on the hated list. I'm not going to go ahead and just ban you right now. I'm just letting you know that all the garbage you talk, all the stuff that you do, we are speaking above that. So that's why you're saying show numbers. I don't know. Donald Trump still won't show his tax papers. So I don't understand. I don't understand what you were asking. So I don't understand what you were asking. We are not on some whatever else it is that you have going on. We are not that. But I will tell you this, though. At the end of the year, after you have wrote off everything and you know what you were supposed to write off, and you have paid all your taxes for your business, what you made after that is what your profit was. And that's all I gotta say about that.
I can damn near guarantee that my profit for this full year that I've been dashing is going to be substantially higher than what my other W-2 was. Substantially. Now, my old W-2 is a minimum wage job. I think my yearly gross income on that was $28K. It's piss poor money for pretty much trying to survive in this world. As it stands right now, at my current tabulations, not counting deductions, anything of that nature, my current growth is already sitting around 65K.
Yeah. And check this out. Everything that you were going to write off, people, you got to understand, if you're making that much, you already know that. I'm not even going to if you don't do your own stuff, I'm not going to give you you should know. I know how much of that is going to be written off to where it's going to be better. And then this is how you get better every year with your taxes and how you run yourself as a business. People, you make the most and get the most from the person, and you know how to go ahead and do your thing. We got some people that will say, well, I lease everything and I do all this other stuff because it goes in. People, I'm not going to tell you anything on what you should do, but you really should be having something in detail where it shows all of what you are spending on what you are doing, so you can do your taxes so that you can say that I made this much profit, not going off of just dollars to mile. Dollars to mile don't count for what you're spending money on, your little splurging snacks or any of this. It don't count on any of that stuff. You're not keeping track of any of that stuff. So therefore, you really don't know how much you're making in profit, which is why, Pizza Man, I said it in my live the other day. I did that as an idiot, showing people all my numbers and my monthly statements. I did that as an idiot because no matter what, the next month, there are people who don't even know you are just want to see your personals. Can I just knock on your door and say, hey, show me, just give me your pay stubs? Ain't no one gonna do that. But here's where the thing with the social media and the internet does when you're trying to grow a channel. You try to keep up with the Joneses until you realize that you are better than all of them. And I'm not doing that shit. And that's not what I'm doing anymore. I'm not showing any more of the full monthlies or any of those. If you want to see what I am doing, I put up actual screenshots and of the orders. You can do your own math and figure it out. And that's it.
I've sent you both screenshots of several orders that I've done.
No, you're different, TFT. You're different. You know that.
I know I'm different.
No, you know that. They know that.
When you feel like when you create that little video and throw it up, not only are they going to show your stuff, you're going to see my stuff too. and we in
No,
two
but they're
separate
trying to
markets.
get to know you. They're trying to get to know you. They know you from the chat, and they know that they see you visual every single show. What
pretty
they
much,
want to
yeah.
do is, well, let me see if no. I've showed a few of TFTs, and that's it. That's my deputy. Everything, and it's just like the Rev was on there, and he was talking to Flex and said, "Hey, I can show the messages." And I said, "Look, I got paragraphs. I can. If we just showed those things, you guys would not be saying all this stuff. TFT is vouched for, and if you guys really want to go ahead and drop it like that, I read off the numbers that he sends, and I share them. All right." I
Now, I'll
share
tell
them.
you right now, I ain't got nothing to hide. I'll show whatever the hell you. If you ask me for a number, I'll show it to you.
I know that. I know
I'm not
that.
talking about you yourself. I'm talking
No, but you
about
in
for
my
everybody in the
category.
audience in general.
No,
I
when
mean,
they
you
ever
want.
try to come at you, I'll be like, man, y'all better stop that. I treat
I ain't no.
TFT like
Look,
my own.
people can holler at me and cuss me out all they want. Honestly, and it don't mean a goddamn thing to me because I know what I do. I know how I work. I know what I make. They don't.
Plain and simple. Pizza Man. Whoo, we gonna end it like that, Pizza Man. We gonna end it on those on those words. You got anything else to say, TFT? Because you got anything else to say?
Yeah, basically the same as always. Stay respectful. Don't do nothing half-assed, and keep it real.
My man, 50 grand right there, people. And in case you didn't hear him, keep it real, people. Don't half step because we got 2 feet. Don't do it. If you don't like that, don't come on here and come with that weak speech. We don't do that. You come here, we teach, we educate. The things that we spoke about today, you will not hear anybody else on their channels talk about these things. We spoke about things that can really be happening in the future for the people doing this work. And if people don't understand what can happen in the future, is because the ones who say that they are the teachers, they are not teaching that stuff. And we will always do that on Hot Facts. So with that being said, people, you already know what it is. Until the next caper. We out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Give them deuces. We out of here. See y'all later. Listen to my theme music.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. The gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts